Hi everybody and welcome back to another ride free video here on this channel. Now in today's video I'm going to be checking out the new DLC that's just been released, the SuperCustom pack, which comes with 5 new bikes and 10 new events. I will also look at all the stats, test out each bike, and plus I will race one of these bikes at the end of the video in one of the new events. So stay tuned, it's going to be awesome. Also, update 1.08 came out yesterday with loads of improvements and fixes. I haven't had a chance to check out all the things that they've improved and fixed, but over the next week hopefully I'll be able to have a better opinion on what has improved and what hasn't. But first up, let's have a look at the patch notes, and then I will get straight into looking at these awesome bikes in this DLC pack. Right guys, so here are the patch notes for update 1.08, and it looks like they've addressed quite a lot of issues and they've improved quite a lot as well in this patch, which is a big thumbs up. Now I'm not going to read through all the patch notes, so feel free to pause the video, but I can see that they've improved a lot of issues on a lot of different bikes, so that's brilliant. So thanks for that milestone, but just keep bringing out more updates, especially for the online. I only saw one online fix there, but until I test it out I'm not going to complain just yet, so that's why I leave it for another video. So let's get straight into looking at the DLC pack in this video. Hopefully you're going to enjoy it, so let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, now it's time to check out the DLC, the SuperCustom pack, and first up is a BMW, and it's the R9T from 2015, acceleration 6.4, top speed 5.5, and handling and braking power 7. Now I like the look of this bike, it looks fantastic. I'll tell you what, BMW do some awesome custom bikes, but look at the size of the engine on this bike coming out the sides. I bet this sounds absolutely amazing. Cannot wait to try this bike out. And like I said at the start of the video, I'm going to test out all these bikes in this episode, and then I will test out one of the bikes in one of the new events. Right, let's move on to the next bike, and it's the Honda CB1100EX. Now this has acceleration of 5, top speed of 4.7, handling 5.7, and braking power 5.4. Now I do like, this is a real retro style race bike. I think this looks fantastic. Again, it's got the same sort of design, the way the seat is cut out, and I think this one is going to be awesome to try out as well. Probably not as going to be as quick as the BMW, but still we don't know until we try it, but that does look awesome. Right, let's move on to the next bike. Right, next up is an Italian bike, the MotoGP V72 Special. Now this is a 750 and it has an acceleration of 3.4, top speed 4.2, handling 4.2 and braking power 5.1. So it's not as powerful as the other bikes, only has 48 horsepower. So that is going to be interesting to see how that one handles. So it's not that heavy, hasn't got a lot of power, but it still looks a fantastic design, I must admit. And you've got to just love custom bikes. So let's get straight into the next one. We've got 2 more to look at in this DLC pack. And next up is the Triumph Street Twin from 2016. So this has an acceleration of 3.9, top speed 4.2, handling 5.6 and braking power 4. So the stats aren't great. Again, horsepower it's only got 54. So another bike that isn't really powerful, but it looks like it's quite a solid, well-built bike. I do like the design at the front. It looks like it's just got a number plate with a tiny light in at the front. Yeah, the colours are not what I choose for a bike, but still it's nice and probably handles really well. Right, the final bike in this DLC, and it is a Yamaha XJR 1300. Now this has an acceleration of 4.8, top speed 4.7, handling 5.8 and braking power 5.4. Now this has 98 horsepower, and this has got some nice kit on it as well. It's got an Acupovic exhaust, and it's got "Why Hard" written on the side of the tank. So I've heard this bike has quite a unique sound to it. I did a little bit of research. I've seen one of these bikes on a video, and I'll tell you what, it is a nice bike. So we're going to be definitely testing that one out. So let's get straight into the events that came with this DLC. So let's get straight into that now. So here we go. Right, so we're just going to jump into the career to check out the 10 new events that unlock with the Super Custom pack, and it's called the World of Customizers. So this is another opportunity to earn another reward bike, and also events to test out those fantastic custom bikes. So it doesn't just give you new bikes, it gives you the opportunity to test them out as well, because that's one thing I do like about Ride Free. They have an event for each individual bike, and there is some real difficult ones in here as well. There's some in at night, some in the wet. It's just fantastic, and I do like the fact that Milestone keep adding these onto the game. It just gives you a lot longer to enjoy the career mode. So yes, I'm miles behind in my career. I keep getting bogged down with so many other games as well, but I do need to go through some of these, and I might test some of these in a live stream, guys. Just let me know in the comments below if that's what you'd like to see, and we can really push these custom bikes to the limit. But those are all the events. I think there's just one more. There we go. And now we're going to test out all the bikes, and then we will race one at the end of the video. So we're going to get straight into that now. Please stay tuned. Let's get straight to test out these awesome machines. Here we go. Right, first up we're going to test out the Honda CB 1100EX, and I'm not going to talk all the way through this so you can enjoy the sounds of the bike. So let's get straight into this first experience. Now I've tested out all the bikes, which I've really enjoyed. This is an awesome pack, so thank you Milestone. I'm going to test one out in a race. Now this is going to be a race around Brands Hatch Indy called Searching for the Limits, and I'm going to use the V72 Special. Also, with some of the improvements that came with update 1.08, there is one improvement that I have seen already, and you're going to see that at the start of this race. So I'm going to show you that at the start, guys, and I think this is a massive improvement and gets a massive thumbs up from me, and you're going to see that right now. So let's get straight into the race. So here we go. Right, so here we go with the race around Brands Hatch Indy on a custom machine. Now there is one thing that I've noticed since the update that I think they've improved, and that is the way the bike responds under hard acceleration off the mark. And take a look at this, guys. And off we go. Look at the way it responds, and this is a low powered machine as well. Just think how it will respond on a more powerful bike, and this is definitely an improvement that I've seen since the update. So I give Milestone a massive thumbs up, and also the way the bike responds under braking as well has been improved, and that is another thing that they have fixed. So that is really good, and I'm happy about that. Now the one thing that I've noticed they haven't addressed, and it's one thing that I keep moaning about, and I actually did a video about, and you might have seen it, called Beating My Nemesis. I'll put a link for it in the right hand corner up the top, guys, and I've noticed that the AI are still absolutely trash. You get one or two bikes that want to race you, the rest are just not even worth being in the race, and that's still something I feel Milestone need to address, because a lot of this game is a career mode, and if you've got no bikes in the race that want to push you to the top limits, then it's not really, you're not really being tested. And with the online being absolutely trash, we're not even be able to compete against other people either, and it's just something I feel they need to address, at least until they sort out the multiplayer racing. Right, let's see if we can just finish off this race, and I do feel this is one of the best bikes on the custom pack. I couldn't say which one is my favourite, but like I said, I will be testing out more of them in a live stream in some of those new events. But this is one of the lightest bikes out of the pack, and it's not bad. It accelerates pretty quickly, top end isn't that bad, and it seems to turn in quite nicely even on the default setup and with no upgrading. So let's get nicely turned in. I'll keep flicking through the camera views, and I will leave you a replay of this race. But overall, I think the Super Custom pack is well worth having, and I have enjoyed it so far. But I will do a more in-depth talk about the patch notes, because they have addressed some real big things in this update, which is really good. Right, so we're on the last lap. Let's see if we can at least win this race. And we've got one bike in front of us, and it's on the actually it's the same bike as that I'm on. Let's see if we can just line him up, get nice and tight in there. That's nicely done. But all these bikes just sound brilliant. I think they've improved some of the sounds as well, I must admit. Some of the bikes in the headphones sound fantastic, especially that one I said that has a unique sound. Just try it in your headset up really loud. It just sounds so good. Right, and I think we're just going to pip him to the line. This is going to be close. Oh, that was a close one, and we take the win. But that is the DLC, guys. Like I said, I'll go through the update in another video into greater depths, but I'm happy. I'm going to give Milestone a big thumbs up. I've enjoyed this DLC. I've enjoyed some of the things that I've already seen that have improved. And also, I will be doing some of the weekly challenges as well on the channel as well. So watch out for them. And I will see you very soon, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you. Bye.